Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Long, and I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I think this was the first weekend in about a month when the temperatures actually got up to like a normal range and there was nothing falling from the sky that looked white and cold and icy. So it's kind of a nice change of pace. Hope you did something fun, got out, enjoyed the nice outdoors, or maybe stayed home and got caught up on your English class. In any case, it's Monday again, 2 weeks till spring break. And I hope you're as excited about that fact as I am. But we do have some work to do. And this week we are wrapping up Unit 6, Session 3. In the previous 2 weeks, you have been learning political techniques, persuasive techniques, for persuading people to a viewpoint that you want them to adopt. And so we're going to put that together this week as you are going to be the one persuading someone to adopt a certain cause. Because CMAS PARCC testing is continuing, the main assignment that you need to complete this week is creating a visual advertisement, a video advertisement. I've made both the quiz and the journal optional, and I'll just mention those in a few moments about the quiz especially. But the main work here is to apply the techniques you've learned, because if you can recognize someone else trying to persuade you, that's halfway. You're protecting yourself. But if you can actually use it, then you can really advance what you want to see happen in this world. So that's pretty cool. So your main task this week is to create a 2-minute video advertisement using 2 or more of the persuasive techniques, and that would be things like bandwagon, stacking, loaded words, repetition, the if-then promise, etc. And you're going to advertise or sell one of these types of things. You could sell a product that is real or imaginary. You could sell a place. You could sell a person or a group, again, real or imaginary. Harry Potter for president, something like that over here. A social cause or an issue or an action, service, experience. And that's where I would really encourage you to look back at your inquiry report. If you did a great inquiry report on puppy mills, for example, you may want to create a video advertisement on puppy mills. Or if you've done something for your inquiry report along the lines of animal testing or GMOs or one of those topics on something that's important, you could make a video on that. So possibilities are endless. Have fun with it. That's the big thing, because if it's fun to do, then you will enjoy doing it and you'll do a really good job. So you're going to be making an advertisement that is 2 to 5 minutes in length, 2 persuasive techniques with images and text and music, and then a works cited somewhere in your presentation or on a separate document so that I know where you got your sources. So that's basically the task. The first thing you're going to do is complete this planning sheet in Google Docs, and that will ask you questions about your demographic and whether you're using pathos, logos, or ethos, and specifically what techniques within that. And then you'll go and create a storyboard, and that's basically where you plan out about 8 to 10 different scenes in your video. Doesn't have to be done online, but there are a lot of resources for that. If you'd prefer to handwrite that and make a photocopy or a scan of that, that's okay with me too. Don't spend a ton of time on it. This is not the hoop. This is just to get you organized. And because I want to make sure that you're on the right track before you actually go and produce the video, that assignment is actually due on Wednesday. Then once you've got that ready, you're going to take any number of sources here and create a video. You can do something very simple like what I'm doing right now with a screencast. You can use PowerPoint, or what I really find to be pretty straightforward and friendly is PhotoPeach. You upload the photos, the images, the text with the music you want, and it creates the video for you. But there are a lot of options here so that you can really get a handle on what you need to make the video. I will point out that there's a discussion board where you can get some extra help for that. And if you'd like to go back and look at some of the things that other students have done, I've included several example videos from previous students. You may have to actually take that little gray icon and click on that to see all of them. But here's a nice parody. Here's one on pet rescue, PhotoPeach, on Colorado, why you should visit Colorado, There's one on the Paralympics, ice hockey, sleeping with sirens, noodles, and M&Ms, familiar products. And so you know how you're going to be graded. This is a rubric that I'll be using to look at the many different types of videos, looking at how effective it is overall, how well you use the persuasive techniques, the visual design and how the attention that you give to that, creativity, your editing and appearance, and how complete it is in requirements. So that's the bulk of the assignments this week. Then we have in here a skills review for this unit, this kind of 3-session unit. If you remember in the first session, we looked at vocabulary and context, so there's some practice there. And in the second session, we looked at parallel structure. And I think that was a little bit more challenging for people on last week's quiz. Where there were lower scores, that's where it tended to be. So I would encourage you to take the time to practice this, you do some of the exercises that are on these pages and look at some of the videos that are on these pages and try some of the games that are online to help you really practice this and get parallel structure down. It's not going to go away. You will see it on ACTs, SATs, and other standardized tests, and you'll be expected to use correct standard parallel structures as you write for the rest of your high school years and into college. So that's why you're doing that. But I will point out that the quiz, the weekly quiz, is optional this week. And the reason for that is because of CMAS primarily. But if you go ahead and decide to complete that quiz, I will honor the higher score of the two that you have a chance, of the two. So in other words, if you did not do very well on a previous quiz, 6.15 or 6.24, I will take the higher score from this and apply it to the lower. And conversely, if your first two quizzes were higher than this one, then I won't hold this one against you. I can just either transfer the higher score to the lower score. So it's in your interest to give this some attention and try to get some extra points from that. We will be looking at parallel structure again in Unit 7. So not a big deal if you don't get it 100% now, but continue working toward that goal. And that is about it. That will wrap up this week, and then next week we start on Unit 7 with debate, where we look at persuasion in kind of a more intense structure, and I think you'll enjoy that as well. It will recall some of the skills from Unit 5 inquiry, the research and organizing notes and stuff like that. So have a great week and be in touch with any questions.